Good morning, viewers. Welcome to Vanguard Live. Of course, it's a beautiful Friday morning, and we are here again in Vanguard, giving you news, as it happens across Nigeria. Of course, again, it's today in the news, and this is where we do newspaper review and analysis of events as they are making rounds across Nigeria and beyond. Today, I'm not going to be doing it alone. Of course, I'm in the house with Adekunle Aliu. Adekunle Aliu is our co-host today. He is no longer the social commentator as it were yesterday.
Yes, you're making me a social commentator. But
Adekunle Aliu, welcome to the show.
Yo, thank you very much.
All right, so we begin with Vanguard newspaper. Vanguard newspaper is leading with insecurity. Osun under siege, governor cries out. That's what the Vanguard is leading with. And the rider, Makinde vows to stop kidnapping in Oyo. Bandits go berserk in Niger, kill 62 in 5 days. We talked about insecurity extensively yesterday on the show, and then we actually raised the issue on the need for the president to, reshuffle the service chief. This is happening again today in the southwest. We've not been having this in the southwest.
No. The killing there says 60 something were killed where?
No, I'm talking about the Osun under siege.
In 5 days were killed in which state is that?
That's in Niger State.
Okay. Now, they happen everywhere. But having said that, I think we need to take our security serious. We need to take our lives. Losing a life like this is not joy for anybody.
Of course.
So I think we should take our security serious now.
But don't you think the president should be concerned that this is spreading to other parts of Nigeria?
He should be concerned. He should be very, very worried. The service chief, everybody should be concerned. That was why Makinde also had to go and see the chief of army staff, Buratai. And he discussed with him and said he would support the army the best way he can, and he was going to provide them with vehicles and whatever they need that he could provide, that he needed them to help in security. That's one governor taking an active action.
Some people are of the opinion that the security architecture of Nigeria is overstretched, as a result of, the prevailing security situation in Nigeria. Do you think we can engage maybe the local people? Like we had the joint civilian task force in Sambisa then, helping out with the military and all that. So do you think we might need something like that, like the vigilante groups and all that, supporting the military?
That is why you see the report on the state police. Somehow we're going to get there.
Okay.
But if we also be careful, because if we don't get it right, it will also become another menace. The current police, we have a situation that we are saying, okay, it's overstretched, they are not policing very well. So we need to get it accurate. Policing or security is a big investment. But there are so many things that go into security. We also need to have CCTVs, we also need to have people monitoring this, monitoring Facebook, monitoring attitude. It's a big thing. We need to get security right. If we can get it right, at least fairly, we can manage some of these things.
You made mention of state police. I think the essence of state police is, the community where you are policing very well. We have it everywhere, all around the world, in the UK, in the US, And I think the essence is, the people in your community. That's the essence. If government can key into this, I think that will, to a large extent, solve some of the insecurity challenges in Nigeria. What do you see? What do you say about that?
If you ask me again about state police, I always ask people this question. And which is, are you going to change the mind of the person you want to employ into the police? Or is it the same people you want to employ into the state police? So if you don't have good orientation before you become a policeman on how to police properly, we will still be doing the same mistake even if it's my family police.
But I think the police institution is responsible for that, and of course they can take care of that.
Well,
because one of the key things is, like you said, the orientation of whom you are employing, to key into what are the goals, what are the objectives, what are the duties of a policeman, what you're supposed to do. You get. So I think the police institution can take care of that. Okay, above the nameplate of the Vanguard, here is an interesting one from Omotala Jalade Kende. She's saying that marriage, not cause of domestic violence.
Well, that's big. Marriage, not yes, of course. Marriage is not the cause of domestic violence. Domestic violence is caused by attitude, who you are, what you are, your purpose, your idiosyncrasy. So when you begin to define it, how do you see marriage? How do you see the person you're living with? How do you live with the person? If you're so temperamental, you could become a violent person and you begin to beat somebody for no just reasons. So it's not the marriage itself. When you say, I do take you as my wife, blah, blah, blah. I do take you as my husband, blah, blah, blah. Now, that is not the cause of domestic violence. Domestic violence is caused by our individual attitude towards issues and situations. So how you handle it is not what comes from.
But do you know that lately a lot of people have actually linked, domestic violence to quote and unquote the economic situation in Nigeria? Some are saying that sometimes when you get frustrated, maybe from where you work or something, and you just decide that, okay, when I get home, this woman is frustrating me, and the next thing is just, you try to unleash the whole thing on her. That's not really acceptable anyway. And she's saying that marriage, not cause of domestic violence. You can find that on page 11 of the Vanguard newspaper. Again, there's another news here making, that is very, very interesting. Homemakers, that's saying that traditional dishes coming back from extinction.
Wow. That would be very, very interesting. Which of the traditional dishes do you think you like?
Well,
that has gone into
I'm a Yoruba man. And
so tell me one that you like.
Well, maybe because I was born and bred in Lagos.
Okay.
And used to Amala, the way do.
So that's the traditional. Have you ever talked about Ikokore, Ibirigbo, and so on?
I think that belongs to the Ijebu people.
So have you that?
Once, yeah.
Okay,
once.
so
and I think it's
maybe some of those meals are coming back. I haven't read that to know what exactly. Yeah, somebody has some like really Luru. Have you heard of that kind of called?
No.
Now that's from some part in Kwara State.
Okay.
Now those soups too, I tasted them when I was young. Maybe you have eaten konko before with now, those are the things. When I say konko, I mean bullfrog.
Yes, I know. I know bullfrog.
Now, those things are traditional. I hope they are coming back. And where are they coming back? Are they in the normal ordinary buka or in international eateries?
What do you think is the cause of this extinction? Like, do you think our way of life, because we are more attached to Western culture and all that?
I agree with you. That
also is affecting our language.
That will be the cause of this extinction of these traditional meals. Now, but having said that, if you go to some 5-star hotel and you make requests, some 5-star chef, they will prepare them for you. If you remember how to do it, some people want them. Like I would enjoy to take a wedu ila together with bitter leaf soup. It's a Yoruba delicacy that my mother used to prepare for us those days. But none of these young girls these days know how to do this. So, but again,
all right.
Modernization has taken so many things from us. But we are going to go back to it.
We should, because we know that most of these dishes are, they are actually rich in nutrients and some kind of vitamin that we really need in our body. All right, let's move to another story here. That's on June 12th. Why we must uphold Abiola's idea. This is coming from Rurala. That's Abiola's daughter. You can find that story on page 28 of the Vanguard. Why must we uphold the ideas of, or the
like we discussed yesterday, June 12 is just June 12. There is no other June 12 for us, and that is a free and fair day we cast vote for a good man that we did not allow to be the president.